Welcome, everyone, to the ultimate game in the college football season. Everything has built to this, the battle for the national championship and college football immortality, a moment that every young football player grows up dreaming about. And what a matchup this is. Two survivors of the expanded college football playoff grind, two of the top four seeds when it all began. Both sides have been challenged and pushed all year and through the playoff. Now it's time to find out who can take that final step, as we'll see the number 3 seed in this playoff, the Florida State Seminoles, taking on a team from the MAC, the Western Michigan Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, everything has been building to this. It's time for the national championship. Let's crown a champion. Here we go with the kickoff. This is it, the ultimate game in college football, national championship at stake. And it's fielded. Returner trying to create good field position here. Tackled at the 22. Good job by the coverage team. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Picks up the first, looking for more. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Boy, another first down and another good run by this back from Florida State. He's doing his job as far as living up to the great tradition of Florida State running backs.
On first down, they'll keep the running game churning. Running through the tackle. Breaks loose at the 45. Big play in enemy territory all the way to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is what the offensive coordinator told us yesterday, Chris, in our production meeting. They thought they had an advantage up front with the line of scrimmage, and on this opening drive, we continue to see the offensive line and this back putting up positive yards.
A solid run, good for first down yardage. Handoff heading left. Tackle made, but the gain moves the ball to the 30.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
And the Noles line up on 1st and 10 now. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Making people miss. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big game.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
And the Seminoles trying to punch it in. It's 1st and goal. Stop for no gain defense. Very stubborn here down near the goal line.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Their first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
2nd and goal for the offense. It's a quick grab, and he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Noles. In a national championship game, you can't do a better job than setting the tone immediately.
Look, it's the biggest game of the year, so you got to bring your best. An opening drive, the offense right there just did that. That's how you get this thing started.
And the extra point was up and good. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff here from the shotgun. They've got him, but not before he makes a first down at the 41. No huddle now for the offense. First down. We're going to throw the football. And the senior making a disruptive impact play. Offense will try to recover now. It's 2nd and 12. Back to pass. It's Love. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to first down yardage.
Here the defense decided to sit back and play zone, and that front didn't do a good job of pressuring the quarterback. He had the time to make the throw, and he put it on target.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass complete in the crosser. Brought down at the 40. That'll be the first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Bites off a defender.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And there's the handoff. We stop him at the 23. This offense is getting close to the red zone.
You know, all week, the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
And looking to throw now on 1st down. Oh, that one's picked off. Going the other way, can they catch him? At midfield. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Florida State. Wow, what a play, a defensive score. And the interception taken to the house, a pick-6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick-6. And let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Returner choosing to field this one. He's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. Western Michigan offense back on the field now. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick-6. Pitch play to the back. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. It's a shotgun run call. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave him a chance at a really nice gain.
Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Looks to the left. Pass caught. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
First down here for this offense. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for.
Well, that's one of those plays that works better against certain defensive looks, but not every defense is the same. They were all over that one. Let's see if they continue to attack to the outside on the perimeter to set something up downfield.
Looking downfield. It's Love. Not able to connect. Incomplete. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires it to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Look out, he's got some space. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Hey, these guys have been giving up some plays. I mean, this offense looked pretty good. They're moving the ball, but they get them to third down. They get pressure on the quarterback. Quarterback panics, puts that ball into coverage, and this defense comes up with that big interception.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The quarterback's got it on the option. The back's got it on the pitch. Defense makes the tackle with the clock running. That'll probably be the final play of this first quarter.
Western Michigan, 0.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. They're going to run it here. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
Takes the ball and heads to the left side. He's found some room at the 45. He's brought down, but a solid gain moves the ball across midfield to the 41.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of them.
Second down after that previous play. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. The Seminoles will line up on 1st and 10. The first down is still going. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. That's a design quarterback keeper. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
They'll run the option. Oh, and the keeper slashing through the defense. Enough for a first down. The Noles will line up here on 1st down and goal. Offense switches it up here, looking to throw the ball now. Caught in the flat by the running back. The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll be brought down.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense that they better defend this style of play moving forward.
He'll make it into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
Well, when you have a big physical offensive line, you can wait to 3rd and goal and rely on them and the running back to get you a touchdown.
Now the important point after attempt. They convert the PAT, so the lead is now 21. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Looks like he'll try to make a play with the return. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The Broncos offense back on the field now. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Chris, it's pretty surreal to get to the national championship in this day and age of college football when everybody wants to spread you out and throw the football. This offense has been pounding the rock all year long, and here, how about the first half? This back is having a big day.
Looking for his big tight end. Oh, it's incomplete. That's a good job of the defender to break that up.
Oh, my gosh. They almost came up with another interception. They had a pick on the last drive. They're doing such a good job of baiting this quarterback into throwing the ball into coverage and then making a play on the ball. Let's see if they can keep this going.
Throwing for his running back. Makes the catch. That'll pick up a first down out of the 37. Offense in hurry-up mode.
Well, it's got to start somewhere, and there's a nice first down to keep this drive alive and hope to be able to create a little bit of momentum here near the end of the first half, trying to cut into this lead and get some points on the board.
That's the 2-minute warning. Let's see if this offense can do something before the break to cut into this big lead. Second down play coming up for this offense. Looking to throw it again. Fires it to his target. Catch made down the left side, an explosive play. Touchdown, Western Michigan. No chance to catch him.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Of course, you know about the receivers and his vertical shots, but here's an example. You get the ball and the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
PAT is good, makes the score 21-7. Now they get set to kick it away.
Western Michigan, 7.
He'll call for the fair catch here. And the Seminoles offense comes back on the field. This offense has been clicking so far, but they get aggressive, go for more before halftime. Then he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the fourth quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
Third down play, looking for a fresh set of downs. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. They've got him at the 48, but that's a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
And they'll go right back to him on first down. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Looking to pass this time. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down, comes up short. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half. Crucial third down play coming up. Pre-snap motion from the offense. On third down, it's a handoff. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down. And the Noles come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. And then first down, right back to the running game.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Second down play coming up. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. Finding some room at the 25. And they make the tackle, but that's a huge chunk play on the scramble. He saw an opening and just went for it. And the Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. A pop pass on the jet sweep. And he runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact and take the loss. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. Coach electing to go for a field goal attempt. The distance will be from 38 yards out. A delay of game penalty, that's the last thing you need with this field position. And the coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. This will be a 43-yard attempt. And he knocks it right through the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further.
Oh, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. One play moves the ball to the 44. It'll be first down. Looking to throw. It's Love. Caught quickly. Breaks loose at the 45. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
That's another positive gain here for this offense, and this defensive coordinator is going to have to make some kind of adjustments to get this quarterback out of his rhythm. It's the national championship, man. You've got to take chances and mix up your coverages, because right now what you're doing just isn't working.
And then it's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick this away to get the second half going. That one bounces through the end zone, so they'll start at the 25. Here comes Western Michigan's offense out there. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. And the sophomore, a little bit too much air into that throw. Offense lines up for a second down play off the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. Brought down, but broke a tackle to produce a solid gain there.
That's another accurate throw by this quarterback. And Chris, when we did our prep to get ready for the national championship, we all knew that this quarterback potentially could have a big day. But I didn't expect him to get into this kind of zone. This guy cannot miss. Just having one of those dream performances.
Enough for a first down at the 37.
Good job up front by that offensive line, getting a good push to be able to allow the back to pick up this first down. This is an important drive for this offense. Now that they got a first down, they can open up this playbook and keep attacking this defense.
On first down, it's play action. Lets it fly to the wideout. And he's got it. Brought down. It crosses midfield to the 46.
Well, he continues to have time to throw the football, and he makes his defense pay for it. Now, they realized coming into this game they had to take away his ability to throw the football downfield, but it's the receivers and their plays after the catch that's really giving them a hard time.
They make the tackle, but that's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 34.
Well, this is exactly where you find out what you're made of as a team. When you're trailing coming out of the half, how do you respond? Well, we know how this running back's going to respond. What a statement to get this second half started.
Back to throw. It's Love. He's going to pull it down and run. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Boy, the defense trying to get after this quarterback. I love the concept. I love the idea. Here, they don't give up the big play. They prevent him from getting out and picking up huge yards.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. He's moving out of the pocket. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Boy, great recognition here by the quarterback, recognizing zone defense. Initially didn't have anybody open, but I love he's able to show that he's got enough athletic ability to get outside of the pocket and be able to make that nice throw.
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
Between the defensive scheme and the athletic ability of this front and the linebackers getting pressure as well, the way they've been able to harass this quarterback has a lot to do with why they're enjoying such a big lead in the national title.
Can he reach the end zone? Ball carrier brought down at the 4. Offense in great scoring position here. Here we go, 3rd down, close to the goal line. They can still get a 1st down without scoring. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
It is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Crucial play, down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. And he drops back in the gun. He's brought down, a sack for the defense, coming up big on this 4th down play.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. The result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
And the Florida State offense heads back onto the field. They're trying to build this lead here. Had to settle for 3 last time out. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. Breaks into the clear. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. At the 20. Touchdown, Knowles. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
I love to watch this offense. It's one thing to study the film, but to watch these guys in person, you saw it in the first half, seemed to score in every possession. And here they are coming out to start the second half with another touchdown.
Point after, not right through. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee, and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. The Western Michigan offense back on the field now. The last time they went forward on 4th down, didn't get it, and it ended up costing them 6 points, and they bounced back here. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw a good pass rush there on 1st down.
Chris, this offensive coordinator is going to have to adjust. We've seen hits and sacks and pressure on this quarterback all game long. They've got to find a solution to create more time for the quarterback to be able to throw the football, or maybe completely overhaul and change what they're doing on offense.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. To the air. It's Love. And he dumps it off to the tight end.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The offense stays on the field. They're going to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. And they've got him a sack to end the drive. What a play by this defense.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And the single back takes the handoff.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Takes the handoff again. Will he score here? And it's a touchdown, but there is a marker on the field. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Here's the 2nd down play. Ball handed off. Refusing to be brought down before gaining 1st down yardage.
Boy, another nice game by this back. He has had a beautiful day today running the football, just kind of in that zone, and a big reason why they have a nice lead today.
In the red area, it's Vasquez. And he's brought down short of the line to gain in what should be the last play of this 3rd quarter. Offense getting set for a 2nd down here to begin the quarter. They'll try the option play here. Touchdown, Florida State, and the route is on.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. So no return here. He takes in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. The Broncos offense back on the field now. Last time they gambled and lost, went for it in 4th down in their territory and got stopped. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. Takes the handoff again. He's found some room at the 45. And a huge gain across midfield, all the way to the 40-yard line.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
Powerful running here. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, easy to turn to the bench and screaming, where the heck was that all been? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping that to himself, thinking, all right, maybe this is something to build on. Maybe something positive can come out of this. You're going to have some bad games from time to time. We'll see how he gets his team ready in the future. That right there, that's what they've been looking for all game.
And now the first snap in the red zone in this drive. There's the handoff. Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer. Now, this defense is going to have to mix up some looks because this back has had a monster day in the national championship. Running inside, running outside. The defense has got to do a good job of locking in on him to negate his big play ability.
Needs a completion here on 4th down. Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. And here comes the Florida State offense on the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum, and the defense make adjustments. Come up with a stop here. Has the 1st down and more. He picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
You know, I'd say this run is pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, the guys up front have controlled the line of scrimmage. They've given the quarterback time to throw. They've been able to run, really, whatever they've wanted to. That's why the points are going up on the board. Right now, the psyche of this offense is we're in control, and we can do whatever we want, whatever we feel like doing.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Use the running game to chew on this clock now. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
This running back's had a big night, kind of night you dream about, but the defense finally steps up and gets to him behind the line of scrimmage.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. The 30, at the 20. The ball is loose. Defense grabs the football. It's a turnover. And they bring him down, but look, there's a penalty marker on the field. Let's see if the officials wipe away this turnover. So it's 1st and 10 inside the 5. How does the coaching staff play this? Do they run the ball to get some breathing room, or will they trust the QB and be more aggressive here?
Chris, as this clock winds down, it has been a rough day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going. You hope they're able to go back, look at the film, try to learn from the mistakes, and come out the next week looking much better than they did today.
They make the stop, but not before a solid game that time. This line getting set up. It's a 1st down play. And that'll do it. We have a national champion. What an emphatic statement to close out this national championship run. You know, the coach told his guys, go out there and leave no